Meghan and Harry have a disaster. The new PR agency is causing the treacherous couple to drop uncontrollably. There's something that's been floating around, and in a pretty interesting way, I can actually see it happening. Alright, just bear with me while I'm going to lay all of this out for you. Harry and Meghan have had quite a downturn, and now it seems to have become an absolute joke. They are even worse off since they signed with their new PR company. While the new PR people are trying to keep Meghan in the spotlight, so many of the stories seem to make her look pretty bad, and they don't even give her a flattering image. Some of the stuff lying around out there seems to suggest that there is somebody who is helping Meghan look like even more of a fool than she already does, and she didn't really need any help in that area. Anyway, her PR people do not appear to be working very hard to create a positive image for her. If you look at all the incidents, there is so much press, but they do not act like they're trying to do anything positive for Meghan. And it shouldn't be only Meghan, it should be both of them equally. One is every bit as bad as the other. Perhaps Harry is even worse because it is his family after all, and his elderly grandparents whom he created heartache and hardship for. And he shows no signs of stopping. I mean, we're hearing even more ridiculous lies coming from him and all those lawsuits too. I mean, just think about what that says about somebody, that they can turn so heartless against the parents and grandparents like Harry did. William has honored everybody, and he honored the memory of his late mother too. Harry, on the other hand, decided to use her name to make money. He scammed millions off of it, and he made an absolute mockery of her when viewed through his actions. Harry's love is disingenuous, it's selfish, and it's shallow. He claims he's loyal, but if you look at what he does, you'll see he's the opposite. He turned out to be the opposite of everything that Diana would have expected her sons to grow up to be. Now, William certainly is the embodiment of what she was hoping for the two of them. Harry does need to suffer the consequences of all his actions. Of course, he won't, but he needs to. I've heard from a few news sources and palace correspondents that WME is working hard to try to dupe everybody. They're trying to pass Meghan off as some kind of fun-loving, lively, mischievous little tart. Now, some people are cute in that type of role, like Meg Ryan, for example. But we have seen such a hideous side of Meghan that is real. I mean, trying to recreate her image into anything but a nasty demon is just repulsive and incredibly fake. They don't need to waste their time. There's nobody but Meghan Sugars who are going to lap this nonsense up. She has gone so far over the edge, there is no way for her to come back. And not only that, but we know way too much about her past. It is sordid, it is debaucherous. We know about the stuff that she and Marcus would get up to, the whole Soho House scene, the swingers, the wealthy types. Soho House basically for Meghan was a secret whorehouse, and guess what her job was in that operation? I know Meghan tried her best to scrub the internet of all the proof, but it was too late. There were too many people in too many places who saw her ads, her nude photos, her photos from her days as a yacht girl, and also the porn videos that apparently are still out there. I'm not going to search for them, but I've heard they're still there. I'm not going to expose my head, though, to Meghan Markle's garbage. I have seen the more family-friendly stills with happy faces in strategic places. Oh yeah, Meghan looks so cute giving some random guy a BJ. Meghan Markle trying to act like she's this cute little imp, and that fake crocodile tear, all the photos giving Catherine such an ugly look while shooting bedroom eyes at William. But WME apparently is pushing her to join the A-list circle with Cameron Diaz and Brad Pitt, and they're wanting more pay from the union. How many more millions than 400 million does Brad Pitt really need? How many more mansions does Oprah really need? WME, though, apparently thinks this is where Meghan belongs. If she doesn't have any talent for acting, at least she can protest writers and blame them for not being able to produce her material. What WME is really hoping for is that this charade is going to soften the powers behind the Emmys into giving the two of them an Emmy. That's never going to happen. See, Meghan cannot get it from real talent, so they're hoping that she'll be able to get something by protesting. And unfortunately, that might be how the Hollywood award system really works. It often doesn't have anything to do with real talent. Harry does not deserve, though, to have anybody going soft and easy on him. He wants to get the past 5 years off his chest. His anger, his jealousy, and his hatred of the monarchy and his family began way before Meghan ever entered the scene. Apparently, Harry was on board until now, and Meghan is dumping him and going public with Marcus. It really is humiliating, isn't it? It looks like he joined the wrong party and he believed those lies because he wanted to. He is so arrogant. He thought that he was so far above their destruction. He thought that he was in, but the truth is he's not. It's Doria, Meghan, and Marcus only. That is their little club, and they're not accepting any new members. It's always been like that, actually. Everybody else is just going to be used. They're so manipulative, and that's all that Harry was. Harry was just a little pawn. Everybody who mattered warned him, and they begged him not to get involved with her. But he decided to give the middle finger to all of them and do whatever he wanted to do and cut all of them off. I don't have any pity for him. So yes, Harry should suffer the full weight for everything that he's done, but he's not going to because somebody's always going to be there to pat his little hand and tell him everything's going to be okay. Always there to scurry around, making it all better and appeasing him. But it's wrong, and that's why Harry is the way that he is, and I don't think that he's ever going to change. The unfortunate truth is that Harry is a traitor, not only to his family, but also to his country. He just uses people to get himself and his penis noticed. He brought two women who had been leading private lives, and I'm sure trying to forget that they were ever involved with him, back into the spotlight. And why? For his own ends. He is such a disgusting person. A source has weighed in, though, saying that Harry appears to have an improvement in his image. He's still in the doghouse, but he's not being viewed as negatively as Meghan is. Some people think that there's somebody helping to improve Harry while also making Meghan look bad. It has been suggested that maybe it's the royal family behind all of this. It could be. And maybe Harry is getting ready for the divorce finally. It's an interesting perspective because for some time now I have suspected there is preparation happening for Harry to move back to the UK, but not back into the royal family fold, of course, and I don't believe he's ever going to be a working royal again. It seems like Meghan has become a character of increasing failure lately in her own little drama. There could be something to this, but I don't believe the palace would be getting their hands all dirty. I mean, even if maybe they are the ones stirring the pot. I think that any improvement in Harry's image is thanks to the fact that he or she or whomever is leaking stuff that shows a distance forming between the two of them. Not being perceived as Meghan's puppet is going to do a lot to help his image, but it's not going to do anything to rehabilitate him considering the ridiculously public nature of the lies and the transgressions against his own family. And honestly, I don't see it as a really big issue if Meghan is 42 or if he really is 46. With all her plastic surgery, couple of years, 4 years doesn't really matter. Meghan has had so much work done, and I'm sure she's going to continue to get more work done. She might always look decent for her age. It doesn't matter what her biological age is because she's going to head to the doctor's office if she thinks she doesn't. And I'm not defending her at all. I'm just stating the facts. And honestly, I don't believe Meghan is very pretty in the first place. But before Meghan can be hired anywhere, her image needs a little bit of tweaking. Her recent market strolls wearing what looked like professionally styled outfits seemed to be the work of her new agency. Meghan does not have anybody else at this moment. It's important to remember that the institution is incredibly powerful. And you know what? The handlers of these two idiots are caught right in the middle of this power struggle, and neither of them are going to be able to win. When they have served their purpose, they're going to be thrown away, as have other traitors who have gone before them. Let's look at what happened to the Duke of Windsor. Well, he died a lonely old fool with his alternative court of two in France. He believed that he was going to be able to bend the institution to his will, and of course he lost. And then the Duchess never got the HRH status. Her manipulation left her worthless. She ended up with a vain man baby she had to take care of while both of them were in exile. My news today has ended. What did you think about it? Please tell me your opinion below in the comment section, and we can also talk about the Sussexes. If you preferred our video today, don't be afraid to like and share it with your relatives and friends who need it too. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.